What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Thursday, March 24th. And be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are. And then go sign up at No House Advantage using the promo code Awesemo and get yourself $25 on your first deposit. Now we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Rui Hachimura, Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, Drew Holiday, and Corey Kispert on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? Time to find out. First up at number 5 is Desmond Bane. He's shooting guard eligible, 7,100, projected for 38. The goal is 51. He's in the optimal lineup 21% of the time. I got Bane in for 31 minutes. Looks pretty good. He's close to 1.2 fantasy points per minute with no Ja Morant here. 23% usage, 26-4 with an assist, or with a stock and a half rather. Pace neutral, but pretty good matchup when you get to face Indiana because they're barely an NBA team right now. The Memphis Grizzlies, without Ja, are 12-point favorites right now. So while Bane only has shooting guard eligibility, and that is kind of annoying, it doesn't even matter. It still gets him to the number 5 spot. In at number 4, if he plays, is Malcolm Brogdon. He's point guard eligible, 7,400, projected for 38, goals 53, optimal lineup 23% of the time. Let's start here. I have no idea if he's going to play, but when he does, he seems to play a lot. He's a 1.1 fantasy point per minute guy in this spot because it's about as good of a pace up spot as you're going to find. Gained 3.4 possessions over their average. This is a massive, massive pace boost. Now, they are pretty big underdogs, but if it happens to stay competitive, you have to assume Brogdon has something to do with it. 25% usage, 19.6 assists, 6 rebounds, and a stock for Brogdon. If he happens to be out, bump up a couple other guys from the Pacers, but if he's in, the place I want to be. Next up at number 3, we're off to Chicago for another shooting guard only guy. That would be Zach LaVine. He's 7,700, projected for 41. The goal is 54, and he is in the optimal lineup 23% of the time. 36 minutes for LaVine, 1.15 fantasy points per minute. It's pace neutral against the Pels, and they're 1-point favorites, so it should be an ultra competitive matchup. And we might not get DeMar DeRozan, which will bump LaVine into the stratosphere for today. 26 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, and a stock. The general scoring output for LaVine is massive. Would you be surprised if he had north of 30 real points? I certainly wouldn't, and that's going to take you well on your way to a big day from LaVine. Keep your eyes peeled on the news, though. If we lose out on DeMar DeRozan, LaVine will rank even higher. In at number 2 is my preferred pay-up option. That is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Small forward, power forward eligible, 11,700, projected for 64. The goal is 76. He's in the optimal lineup 25% of the time. No one has the same raw point ceiling as Giannis today, and that includes Jokic. 1.89 fantasy points per minute in this spot. 35% usage, 32, 12.5, and 7 with 2.5 stocks. Now, they are massive favorites against Washington, so Giannis might have to go for 60 fantasy points in 30 minutes. But if he can play the full freight, it's going to look darn good. This dude does everything. He is the best fantasy point per minute guy on the planet right now. And at 11.7, it's not even that hard of a price tag to get to. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who your favorite plays are. And then go sign up at No House Advantage using the promo code Awesemo. This one's very easy. Number 1 contender for today is Tyus Jones. He's point guard eligible, just 4,300, projected for 31. The goal is 36. He's in the optimal lineup 40% of the time. I gave Jones the 30 minutes a game that he averages with no Ja Morant. He's a 1.05, we'll call it, fantasy point per minute guy. 13 points, 7 assists, 4 boards, a stock and a half, and a matchup against the Pacers that really just isn't all that big of a problem. You're not going to find a better point per dollar play than Tyus Jones today, or at least I don't expect to. The minutes are there. The salary is if he's not the starting point guard, and that's fine. That's going to be a great value on DraftKings. 4,300 for Tyus Jones on a 5-game slate, no less. You just slot him in, and you worry about everything else. Tyus Jones is your number 1 contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Thursday, March 24th. FanDuel version is around here somewhere, so make sure you're checking it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We are back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.